Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today in this video we will see how I have stitched that jumpsuit, which started from all the way from mood boarding, because this is a jumpsuit that I have stitched for my daughter for her birthday, and it was inspired by Wednesday's Sense of Dressing, the character on Netflix. And right from selecting the fabric, the mood boarding, and the sketching, and in the previous episode we saw how to draft this a jumpsuit. In this one you will see how I have stitched it. I have given very high importance to the kind of finish, so do watch this video carefully and I hope you like it. So we'll start the stitching process by pinning the lining with the main fabric. Okay, so I have pinned it because both the lining and the main fabric are a little bit on the slippery side, so pinning is always beneficial. So you can see I have pinned it nicely. So obviously this is the lining being attached with the main fabric. The reason why I am attaching it completely, if you can see, this is the fork, and I will be attaching it completely till the end. Okay, the reason why, because I want to give some body to the main fabric, which is a little bit on the thinner side. Okay, now obviously since it is the lining which is being attached, so the right side is on top, the right side is not facing inside, and I have actually stitched a part of the front portion of the leg. So here you can see this. I have stitched the lining with the main fabric of the front side is what I have done here. So I have stitched the lining with the main fabric, as you can see, at 1/4 inch. I have stitched it with a stitch size of 4 on my sewing machine, and it is nice and firm. And when you are doing this, be careful that they both the lining and the main fabric align properly, so that there is no puckering. When you make it fall, there is no puckering. It is nice and proper and it falls nicely. Okay, now what I will be doing, since my front side is already done, if you see here near the waist, I have not put the stitch, and I have not put the stitch near the edge also, because while stitching some kind of adjustment will continue to happen, and to avoid puckering, I've not done the top and the bottom, but other than that I have done the entire side, including the fork and the side of the legs. Okay, so this is something that I have completely done for the front side, as you can see. And you can stitch it with the pin on. As you can see here, the pin was on and I put the stitch on top of that, so nothing happens with that. So don't be scared, don't be afraid. If you put the pins like this vertically, you can sew on top of that very comfortably. Okay, now I'm removing the pin. Same way I will stitch the back side also. Okay, exactly similarly I will stitch the back side. I have pinned the front part also of the yoke. So as you can see, this is one side and this is the other side. Okay, I have attached the lining with the main fabric, so I have done on the armhole, the sides, okay, and this side also. And I have not stitched the shoulder, and for this part I have not stitched the neck, because I want to show you how to do this one. And the waist also I'll keep it open. This one I have already done it. Okay, now I will show you what happens, because this is a diagonal piece of fabric. What happens, it stretches. Okay, it stretches a lot. Because of that, the way we attach the lining to the main fabric, I do it a little bit differently, so that it doesn't stretch that much. So after this stitch it wouldn't stretch that much, it will hold its shape. Okay, and because of that kind of I will show you how they stitch it, and how to stitch this part, and then we will see further adjustments of that. Okay, so let's quickly see that. So as I mentioned, when it is like this in diagonal or bias, then it stretches a lot, because fabric generally stretches in this thing, but we wanted to maintain its shape. So how do we stitch? this is what I generally do and it works for me. I'll start attaching the lining. After some time, I'll just hold it like this, okay? At intervals, not very frequently. So when it is stitched that way, then what happens, it becomes, this part becomes pretty firm, it wouldn't stretch as much, okay? So same way, like I had done the other side also, and here. Now what I will be doing next, it is a very easy step, that is the panel finishing. Panel finishing is something which I have taught in my course. It is a simple step altogether. Here, because of this thing, you see there is little bit of puckering here, right? You can see a little bit of puckering has happened. So I'll iron it out flat, okay? Once I iron it, it will become absolutely flat and neat. Fine. Next, then I will I will do the panel finishing first, okay? So I'll iron this, I'll do the panel finishing, and then I'll come back to you. So this is the inside part also. If you remember the yoke which will look like a shirt from inside, that also, if you remember, I had cut two each. So I have not put a separate kind of a fabric for lining. Same fabric I have used for the main fabric and for the lining. So it is two. And I have ironed it nicely, so it has kind of got stuck. Let me show here. See, it is two fabrics, okay? And then what I did a panel finishing of this side, okay? Here the collar would be from here, so this is what needs to be finished. So on the right side, it will look so nice and very well finished. Here, very nice it will look. Okay, now here this is where I will attach the zip. So I haven't finished it here, and here obviously once I have attached the shoulder and everything, we'll take the measurement for the collar and we'll attach the collar. And this is for the back side, right? So on the back side, whatever part of the yoke is visible, that is what will show here. So this is how I will be adding it to the back side. Okay, now as I had said, I will finish the top part also. So I have finished this with a panel finishing. I have used cotton fabric here and black color. Why? Because I am putting this on top of black, okay? And when I'm putting it on top of black, I don't want it to look like it is something different or something. That is why I have put cotton, so that it looks exactly the same. Okay, even if there is, if it splits a bit or something, it looks exactly the same. So this is how I will be fixing, and same way here, okay, I will be fixing it like this. Okay, so there is something different way. I don't want a stitch here on top. I want to finish it in a different way. I want to attach it in a different way. So I'll try that out. Let me see if it works, and then I'll show you how exactly I have done it. Okay, so basically this is how I'll do, and then finally we'll finish with the zip and everything. So everything will be well measured. Now here one is up, one is down, all those things won't be there. It will be properly placed, okay, with proper measurements and everything. Okay, so let me just fix that and then I'll show it to you. I have laid down the top part on this, so for that also again I have used the draft that I had made as the skeleton. So where this draft is ending, from there I had taken the extra fabric. So that is why the top part I have laid from there and then I attached it. Same way I had done for this part also. Okay, I had laid down the this as a stencil, and where it was ending, that is where I had put the this top part. Also, just to double check and to be on the safe side, measure this as well. Okay, so here suppose it is 2.25, same way see that it is same distance. So for me, for the both the sides are 2.25. Okay, same way here, if I take it absolutely straight, it is 3.75, and same way here it is 3.75. Okay, so that is how you ensure that it is absolutely symmetrical on both the sides. You see in the center I have not done anything because this is where I will be putting the zip, so hence I am not going to do anything. Next what we will be doing, I will attach this with this. Okay, nicely. As I said, I don't want any kind of stitch here, so something different I plan to do. I plan to attach this with the panel fabric that I had. Okay, very nicely I want to do that, so that is what I will be doing, and then I will show you how I did it. Okay, so if you see, this is what I have stitched. See, it is totally stitched, and if you see closely, there is no stitch on top. Okay, it's looking so beautiful, so nice finish. It's looking as if, you know, if you have to imagine, as if it is on top of this shirt or something which is underneath. Okay, so how did I pin it? So this side is what I will show you. I had done the first set, first you have to do this, you have to pin it properly as per the distance, as per the measurement and everything. Okay, then what do? Then you start pinning from the inside. Okay, so this is the first one. I took that off, and what did I do? I will start pinning like this, because now the stitch will be from the inside, not from the outside. If you see, this is the panel patti. Okay, and this is the extra one. Remember, I had told that we will keep this a little bit big. This is the reason why we keep it big. It's not kept small. Okay, now I will keep holding, and I will keep pinning them. Okay, in place here. So the pin which is there on top, I will remove it, and I will pin it here. If you need more pins, you can put more pins to hold it in place. And then the last one. Okay, now that I have pinned it, now what I will do, I will put a stitch here. So there is already a stitch. You can see two stitches were there. One was the lining attachment to the main fabric, the other one was for the panel patti. I'll put a stitch on top of this, and now it will not be visible because the pins are there. Once I do that, then when I remove the pin, it will look like this, exactly like this. Okay, so I will simply put a stitch. So on top I'll take white thread, and below I will take black thread. Okay, like here on top I have taken white, and below it is black thread. Remember to match the threads as the color of the fabric. Remove the pins. See, this is how beautiful it looks. Okay, there is no stitch on top. The finish is like, you know, the branded clothes. Okay, here, isn't it amazing? Right, next what we will do, exactly in the same way, I will attach the back side also. Okay, so for that I have the back portion ready. Now when you get the back portion ready, if you remember, I had a join in the center, so I have joined it. Whenever you have join in the center or anything where you don't want the join to be visible, what do? You, after joining, you spread it out like this and you iron it. Okay, I have ironed it flat. When you do that, the join becomes literally invisible. So the join, you can't see the join only. Another reason is that it is vertical lines. Still, if you see, this is a little bit narrower than this. Okay, but I was like, it's fine, I didn't mind that. It remained proper. Now what I will do the panel finishing of this also, because I haven't done the panel finishing of this like I had done for the front. I'll do the panel finishing of this, and then I will attach it with this exactly the same way I will attach it with this. Okay, I'll put the right measurement and then I will attach it so that the seam allowance, or there is no stitch on top. Same process I will follow, and then I will show it to you. So I have got the top part ready, as you can see, and I have finished the collar, and I have put the darts, the front dart, I have put the back dart also. Okay, it's not that much visible because I have ironed it. So once you put the darts, you iron them nicely, so it becomes very neat. Okay, the front part here, as you can see, I have not finished because this is where I want to add the concealed zip, and the zip will go till the pants also, because this is the part which is most problematic while wearing a jumpsuit. So when I elongate the zip till further down, then it will be easier to put on the jumpsuit. Okay, so next what I will be doing is I'll be processing a little bit of the bottom part of the jumpsuit. I will talk about it a little bit, and then I will proceed to join the bottom part with the top part. So we will see what is going to happen next. So generally when we stitch pants, generally we stitch the sides first. Okay, the front and the back is what we join. So if you see, it will line up perfectly well, the front and back, and then we stitch the side, and then we would stitch these sides perfectly well. Okay, it lines up absolutely perfectly well. I am showing it to you here. See. Okay, once this is done, once the sides are done, then we stitch the crotch part. Okay, that is when, not here, not this with this, but then we stitch the crotch of, because both the legs would be ready. Okay, so then we stitch the crotch part. But since we are attaching this with the top part now, it is not an independent pants, right? We are attaching it with the top part. So what I will be doing is, on the back side there is no zip or anything in the center. So that's why what I will be doing, it's one complete piece. Okay, so this has to be attached with the top part. So what I will be doing, I will I will stitch the part here a little bit. And also remember, when I stitch this, as per the draft, if you remember the draft that we had made, so as per the draft, we will be stitching on this line. Okay, we have cut it here, but we will be stitching on this line, and this remains like a margin. So if at all there is anything in size that I have to do, any kind of adjustment, so I have this much margin to play around with the size of the pants. So I will keep this, and then I will trace out the stitching line, and I will stitch not completely, little bit. So I will stitch maybe till here. Okay, so that I get one complete piece this side, which I can attach with the top part. Okay, so that is one small modification that I do, so that we get a perfect fitting jumpsuit. Spread it out like this. Okay, and then we will just give it a slight, will cut it to shape a bit. Because it was pointed, we don't want that. And next what I will be doing, I will iron this so that it sits properly. I will iron this part so that this sits nicely, okay, evenly. So that's what I'm going to do. Next, I will be attaching the front top part with the front bottom part at the waist. Okay, remember, when you are attaching, the crotch is on the inside and this is the side. Okay, I mean, this is a very common thing, but we do sometimes make mistake. And same way, I will attach this with the other front part. Okay, so obviously when I stitch, it would be the right side facing together, right? So this is how I will be stitching this. I will be stitching this, and same way the back side also I will be stitching with the back side of the top part. Okay, so once I have done that, it is a normal straight stitch that I'm going to put. There is nothing special about it. Once I'm done that, I'll show you the next step. Unlike the design, I want some cuff kind of a look. Okay, so this is what I have added. I have added horizontally. Now the entire dress, the print is vertical. This is where I get to use horizontally, so I thought, might as well do it. And I also added a lace here. Now I have not done anything special. This is not extra from the sleeves. This is something that I have fixed on the net itself. Okay, and I have added this lace. I had actually ordered this for this dress, but I thought sleeves are the best place to add it, so I have added it here. Now, how do you go about it? Okay, firstly, whenever you are doing sleeves, remember that they are on either side of the body, and the sleeve also has a front side with where the cut is different, and on the back side. Remember, while cutting the sleeves, we had put a notch, right? So see, if the notch for this sleeve is on this side, for this sleeve the notch should be on the other side. Okay, so this notch can't be here. Then you will have to open it all over again and redo it. Okay, now this is one thing. Secondly, how do we place? This is the right side of the fabric. This is the right side of the net. Okay, now underneath I have put the right side of this fabric, which will act like a cuff. And this lace, since it is extending a little bit outside, this lace is actually facing me. The wrong side is facing me. The right side is facing this fabric. Okay, the right side of this lace is facing this fabric. So very simple, right side of the fabric, then right side of this sleeve faces me, right side of this print faces me, wrong side of the lace is facing me, and then I have pinned everything together. Keep always little bit extra, especially when you are attaching with net fabric, because net tends to extend while stitching. Okay, so always remember that. Keep a little bit extra so that you have enough space and you don't have to open and redo everything again. So I will stitch it. Then what I will do, I will nicely iron it like this, how I have ironed it properly. I will iron, and then I will fold this also and iron it, and then I will stitch it. I'll reverse it. Okay, like this. Here, like this I will reverse. The moment I reverse, see, automatically the lace will come out. Right now it's not showing proper because the pin is here, and then I will attach it like this. Okay, I will stitch it like this, so this cuff will also be ready. So that's it. Okay, next is where we will be doing the entire assembly. I have already stitched the bottom part to the top part, both the front side and the back side. Then I will attach this sleeve to the main body, and last is where I stitch the entire side of the body. Actually, that is second last. Last is where I will be adding the zip in front, the concealed zip in front. So let me just quickly do this. So here, as you see, all the parts have now been assembled. The sleeve has been attached with the main body. Okay, now what I will be doing is I will be attaching the sides. So I will attach this sides. I'll make sure that this the waist joint aligns properly with the back. Okay, and here also it aligns. Here in fact I will be putting a zip. So first thing that I will be doing is I will be stitching the sides from the armhole all the way to the end of the sleeves. Okay, here in the armhole also you have to, while stitching, I will see that it's aligned properly, the back side and the front side. Then same way I will stitch the other side also. Okay, then I will stitch the insides of the leg. Okay, here there is the crotch, so I will stitch the insides of the leg. Okay, once the sides are done, then what I will do, then I will stitch the crotch. So I will start from behind all the way, and then I will come in front till here. I will stitch, because from here I want to add the zip. So I want to add a long concealed zip from here all the way to the top. Okay, so that is where the zip will be, and then finally I will finish off by folding the edge of the palazzo or the jumpsuit, and then it will be done. So this is the basic thing that is remaining right now. So once I am done, I will then finally reveal to you how it's looking. So this is the reveal. This is how it finally looked. I'll show the video also. So this is how it is. It was very comfortable near the crotch. No issues with that. The darts and the sleeve was very well finished. It's as neat outside as it is inside, and the collar is nicely finished. If you see, there is no stitch on top, and the concealed zip was also added properly. On the back side also, it came out very nice. As per the draft, little bit adjustment I had to do around the waist, but otherwise it was perfectly, it turned out very nice, and my daughter was very happy, and her friends also actually liked it and they complimented me. So that was the entire stitching process that I followed. I hope you liked the video. If you liked the video, then do click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, and share the video with your friends who are interested in stitching and learning fashion designing. As I have said earlier also, I have a 5-day course. The link of that I have left in the description box below. So if you feel that you want to get to know a little bit more about fashion designing, what's involved, what is done, what's not done, then you can click on the link and sign up for that course. I also do free webinars. The link of that is also there in the description box. You can click on that link and attend my free live webinars, and there are recorded webinars also. Yeah, so see you around till the next video. Bye bye.